Okay, good morning, folks. Good morning, folks. Rick here. Happy New Year to all, everybody. Welcome to 2019. Martha, if you could hit *6 on your phone, then you will be unmuted. Let me know when you've done that, please.
I'm here.
Okay, there you are. Great. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, to kick off this 2019 awesomely, if that's a word, okay, we have from our wonderful Rancho Cucamonga office, Martha Cervantes, to talk to us about what she is doing. So, Martha, why don't you just take a minute here and introduce yourself, tell them how long you've been in real estate, maybe a little production level, what your goal is for 2019. I think that would be great, please. And thanks for being on today.
No, thank you so much for inviting me. I just super excited to be here with you guys. Well, my name is Martha Cervantes, and I've been in real estate for about, 13 years, and I've been with Berkshire and Rancho for the last 4 years. My goal to close this year is 50. So that's what I'm up to, and just super excited about the year.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Well, honestly, I really appreciate you taking your time out today to do this. I think everybody's going to learn a lot, and it's just been a pleasure being, I've been heading up to your office now for, a year and a half or a little bit more now, working with you guys, so it's been a pleasure for me as well. And so, you know what, and I really appreciate, the things that you're doing on social media now and, involving people in your, tell me a little about that, please, since I brought it up, a little bit about your quest, your health quest and all that good stuff. I think that's awesome. So why don't you clue me in a little bit on that? I think that'd be helpful.
Well, thank you. You know what? I do a ton of social media. And you know what? Let me just preface that with just saying I didn't think about doing social media in terms of I didn't stop to say, let me try doing it or anything like that because I know myself. Right? I know myself that if I would have even thought about it for a minute, I wouldn't have done it, you guys. Okay? I was at a conference, when I first got to Berkshire, right, out in San Diego. And, I just to throw this out there, I coach with Tom Ferry, and that's where he said, hey, you guys, video is going to be huge. And you wouldn't know it if you followed me, that I can be actually kind of introverted and to a certain degree a little bit shy, right? You would never know it, right? So from the moment he said, hey, you need to do social media, I didn't even think about it because it's like I know if I thought about it, I'd say, well, maybe I should do a little Botox here, a little Botox there, or man, I'm looking so hot, right? So I didn't think about it. Yeah. The moment that was said, I started doing video, you guys, and it wasn't, do they come out perfect? No, they don't. Right? But that's the beauty of it. It's just pretty raw what I do. And then in terms of my health and fitness, I've been on just getting myself really healthy and fit. Okay. I was pretty athletically inclined, almost played college softball, right? So I grew up with 5 boys, so, we played sports. Fast forward into, I chose not to play. So I just started running, and I was very fit, did golf, did this, that. And then, like all of us, life gets in the way sometimes, right? So I just stopped. Okay, literally, I just stopped. This is from a woman that would run, maybe I'm a novice, right? Like about 40 miles a month. And so I just literally just stopped, went through life. And now I've been on just getting myself back in shape, you guys, for the last, I'm going to say, year. Okay, and I've been very forthright about what I'm doing in terms of just, honestly, my weight. Okay, I'm about 5'6", so typically, I fluctuated anywhere between, maybe like 128 to, 135. I'm a little taller, so I can kind of hold it a little bit better. But fast forward into just not, being fit and healthy and active. And again, I've been very candid about it because I think it's just very important that there's a level of transparency in what we do. Okay. So I was weighing, you guys. Nobody ever wants to go on Facebook and saying, hey, I was a fluffy girl, I was a chunky girl, but I was. Okay, I'm just being very real, very candid with you guys.
Yeah.
I even to myself, and I say maybe not politically correct, but, for myself, I had to be very, very honest with myself, you guys. It's like I was fat, okay, and not politically correct, but I was weighing 212. Okay.
Wow.
And 212, Rick, imagine that. So, I went through, I'm in coaching, right? So my coach, after a retreat, she said, okay, so what was one of the biggest things that you got out of there? And you guys, this is what I got out of it amongst other things, but this is what resonated with me the most, which was, it's like I was hanging out with these very powerful women, these very fit women, that they want to take pictures with me, or they say, hey, jump in, we want to take a picture of you. And these are just beautiful ladies that was obvious they were taking care of themselves and just everything. So I'm standing next to them. And it was, you guys, it was really painful to see some of these pictures because that's not who I was. Right. So my coach, said, hey, what do you want to do? I said, you know what? I need to get fit. I need to get healthy, and I need to be what I was before. And I want to run. And this is the next goal for this year. I'm going to run a mountain that I used to run all the time. So I've been on this journey of getting fit, getting healthy for about a year, and I've lost, like 45 pounds.
Congrats.
Okay. I hired a personal trainer. I meet with her 3 days a week, and then I do 3 days of cardio, and I love it.
Yeah, you know what? Martha, I just really appreciate. That's what I love about you and your social media is that it covers. First off, you said so many wonderful things there. Number one, I love Tom Ferry. I used to work with Tom at Mike Ferry. Great guy. Your coach, Vonda Martin, I used to work with her. As a matter of fact, when she was at Mike, I think I worked out with her a couple of times on Saturday. Let's put it this way. She makes us look mellow. She's a dynamite coach, dynamite human being. I love what she's doing on social media too. So when you surround yourself with the right people, and then you said the key words there, you're authentic on Facebook. I mean, you have business stuff you put on there and all social media, but you also have some authentic. And I'm going to tell you, like you said, they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be super polished, but being authentic, raw, and real is what people, because that's the way their life is. We're not movie stars. And so great stuff, and congratulations on that. And that's such a huge part of it. And when you can get authentic and vulnerable, maybe even a little or a lot in your case, all that gels together with the social media concept and really gives you a lot of yardage in every way. Plus, for you, and just like I did a couple fitness videos this weekend, I would rather do just about anything than that, but you kind of inspired me. So people have been asking me, what's your workout like? What do you do? So I posted day 1. I'm going to post day 2 today and day 3 tomorrow, and I do a 6-day workout with 1 day of rest, even though I don't always do the rest day. But, it's good to keep it going like that. So any other thoughts about social media before we move on?
You guys just do it. Get over yourself. Okay, just get over yourself. Are we supermodels or, these hot, super hot looking, sports athletes and all that other stuff? Yeah, we are. Okay, but are we perfect? No, we're not, you guys. Just get over yourself and just start doing it. I've just made so many connections because I do it. And, again, you guys, even by hearing me, speak, you wouldn't say, gosh, this lady can be a little bit introverted. But you know what? It's like at the end of the day, I truly just, you know what? I've been inspired by the people that I bring into my circle and that have allowed me into their circle. So, truly what I want to do is I just really want to inspire people. I just really want to inspire people to believe in the power that each of us possess. So the more you use social media, some people say, well, you know what, I'm really private. Well, so am I. Just recently I received a private message from somebody that I admire, just boatloads. And she's like, hey, I don't see a lot of like super personal stuff, this and that. You know what? It's like you don't have to share your life on it. I share a lot, but I don't share my life on it. I share stuff that I'm doing, stuff that inspires me. Like, for instance, it's like I've pushed, because I'm so committed to what I'm doing in terms of my health. Sunday mornings, I train with my trainer at 5 a.m. So that means that every morning on the days that I train with her, I have to be out of my house by 4:30. Is it pretty?
Right.
Nope. No, it's not. Just like, a couple Fridays ago was my worst one, where I did not want to get out of bed, you guys. I was just like, oh my God, Martha, what the hell are you thinking? 5 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning. I made it there. California standards, I was freezing. It was like, I think 41. But then on Sundays, what I also do is Sundays after my workout with her. So typically I work out with her for about 2 hours, typically about 7:30 or so. I just started this video. Every Sunday, her and I sit at Starbucks and we just talk about fitness, and it's called Coffee, Fitness, and Whiskey, right? Such an oxymoron on all levels, right?
I love it.
It just sounded good to me, so that's what it's called, Coffee, Fitness, and Whiskey. And why do I do it? Again, because the reach that we have on social media, you guys, it's just phenomenal, okay?
It is.
And just do it. You guys will find so much gratification just from the different engagement that you have from people that you never even thought, you would inspire or anything. I'm going to name drop really quick, because this is the type of reach that we have. We just have to know, like, I don't know, just like Rick said earlier, just be authentic. Again, fitness has been the biggest thing for me, and I've been very, very public about what I'm doing, right? Let's see, Leslie Appleton Young, okay, she's, big in the NRA world out here. I posted, again, I don't typically post a lot of pictures of myself because, just like everybody, I'm human, and I'm like, man, I don't look so great there or whatever. I just posted one just to update my profile just a couple of weeks ago. I only did it because I knew my coach would be saying, hey, Martha, you need to update that, and that's how honest I'm being. But she said, wow, you just wow, that was an inside job. And it is. Everything is an inside job, guys.
Well, the thing is that everything you're saying is so good, and like when I do videos and all, it's kind of like another level of accountability too, because if you start doing it, obviously you got to keep going, and just like having a personal trainer, I always tell people at my success series, if you're gonna belong to a gym, that's one level. If you belong to a gym and have days scheduled with a personal trainer, that's a whole different level. So it's just a whole different level of accountability, even doing social media as well. So good stuff. The other thing is, I would say, is I've been listening to Gary Vaynerchuk a lot, on YouTube. And if you really want to get some good tips on social media, I would definitely listen to him. So, Martha, let me ask you this. Okay, so you're going to do 50 deals, by the way, 50 deals. Awesome, yes. Especially in your area with your average sale price. Yeah, congrats in advance. Tell them, okay, what does a schedule look like for somebody like you, okay, to do 50 deals a year?
Well, you know what? Honestly, the schedule is mindset. Really, that's what it is. It's like I'll just start it with that mindset. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Again, it's not always pretty. I wake up at 4. It's just not, Rick. I'm just being real.
I appreciate that. I love it. Hey, I get up at the same time, and I am anything but pretty at 4 a.m. too.
It's just not pretty, my friends. So I'll kind of toss and turn for, I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes, whatever. And as soon as when my brain is more combobulated, I do my visualization. Okay, I do my visualization, kind of like, hey, you know what? I literally visualize it like it's happening right now. Where you're like so in that moment and so present. So I visualize, what the successes of my day are going to be that day. Then I call in my affirmations to my coach, Vonda. First thing in the morning, I'll text her. Or I actually write them out, and then I'll call in my affirmations. I'll give you guys a few. Let's see. I am creating something bigger than myself. I am confident and strong. I believe in myself. I am focused in all my actions that I do daily. So it's a list of 10. Okay, so I'll do something like that, and then as soon as I'm done, I'll write them out, text them over to her. right after that, I'll write my gratitudes out. Okay, let me just stop there with the gratitudes.
Sure.
You guys, if you've never done gratitudes, okay, if you have never done gratitudes, let me tell you, you got to do them. Okay, you got to do them. And why do I say it with such conviction? You know, really, it's, you know, I didn't believe a lot of this stuff, you guys, so please don't say, gosh, she's completely, you know, been doing this for like 1,000 years. No, you guys, truly my transformation started taking place from the moment I joined Berkshire Hathaway, and I'll be that honest with you guys. I worked for Century 20. Well, yeah, no, it's true. I worked at Century 21 for about 10 years, 9 years, or something like that. And you know, we've all been to those offices that aren't like super structured. It's like, you know, all they want is just, okay, let's close deals. But there was really no enhancement to my person, right? So my transformation started taking place once I joined Berkshire Hathaway. I started, you know, hanging out with a different caliber of people. You know, iron sharpens iron, right? And it was just cool, just that I wasn't the smartest person in the room, right? It was just such a freaking cool feeling, right? So fast forward to like being there and then just saying, hey, you know what? I had no idea about like what knowing scripts were. And mind you, I've been doing this for like 9 years. I just knew something was missing. So then I jumped into coaching. Okay. And I like stability. I don't move around, nor do you like moving around offices. So I've had, you know, 2 business coaches, and I've been coaching for 3.5 years. Vonda Martin, let me tell you, she is just, I adore her. She's my business coach. She holds my feet to the fire, and she's helped me grow. One of the biggest things that she said, you know, you know what, the thing is, everything is, everything is a job from the inside out. Okay, so she started really working on, you know, the integral parts of what put me together as a person, you know, what my personal composition was. So let's say if I was kind of maybe like, she's been like, you know, it feels some days she's been like my psychiatrist, just kind of rewiring my brain in different ways so I could process things different, right? And what I mean by that, it's like, we all have that friend. We all have that mentor that you share whatever you share with them. And they're like saying, okay, you know what? We had her do this, you know, and it didn't work. Or, hey, we had her do this, and, oh, crap, it short-circuited. Okay, so there she goes, and she rewires something different in my brain. And one of those was writing gratitudes. I've been writing gratitudes for, oh, my gosh, for going on a year, I think, at least a year, if not longer. So, you know, the gratitudes, you guys, if you've not done them, give yourself that gift, because it's truly a gift. So, you know, it's like I never, you know, it's like, you know, am I a churchgoer? No. But do I have a lot of faith? Absolutely. You know, so, you know, that being said, I've never really been that in tune to like what gratitudes were. I'm grateful for my family and, you know, stuff like that. But now it's like I'm very intentional about how I write my gratitudes. Right? Like one of my gratitudes that just kind of sticks out in my head, you know what, the other thing that they do for you, they put you so present in that moment, right, of just peace, like where you're experiencing that moment again. So one of the things that just, you know, a few years ago, my mom's 86, you know, she goes on my Jeep with me. That's one of my outlets. We go 4-buying. So I actually took her to the beach, okay? And I remember walking with her on the beach, holding her hand. And just, it was a cloudy day, you know, the waves were just like crashing. We were at Newport Beach. And just that feeling of having my mom back then at, 83 years old was such a cool feeling. So you focus on the things that just really bring you joy. Okay, so that's, you know, the other thing that I do. And then I meditate. Okay, after that, I go, to the gym. I meditate, I role play. So that's what I do, Rick.
Yeah, I love it. You know, and I was gonna mention earlier on your social media, I love when you have your posts about your mom. That's so cool. So good job there. Now, okay, so you mentioned script and you mentioned schedule, okay, and you mentioned the parts of your schedule. Just give me an idea, because I know and we've kind of dodged around it a little bit. I know you're a prospecting proactive agent. Give them a little tidbits, because I see you with your headset on and you're standing up and you're making your phone calls. So give them a little heads up about what you do there.
Well, you know what, you guys, again, it's like I decided to get out of my own way. And that's the biggest thing that I think as the agents we do. We just like get in our way so many different ways. So I personally decided that I was not going to be the obstacle in me growing. Again, I didn't know what role play was. So 5 days a week, I do role play with, different agents around the country. And I'm on the phones by like 8:30. I call expireds, I call FSBOs, I call cancels, I'll do the just listed. So I typically do that for at least 2 hours. My goal is 3 hours. I'll hit 2 in the morning and then like an hour in the evening. So, it's just that's what works for me. And, that's when I feel, I guess you could say, at my most productive and successful, when I know I'm doing the things that are going to get me to my goal.
Such a great point. Such a great point, too. And I used to feel the same way when I prospected. It's like you cannot have – if you prospect 3 hours a day with energy, enthusiasm, expectations, and you've role-played, and you've gone through a morning meditation and workout, it is almost impossible to have a bad day. Would you agree?
Oh, God, absolutely. Let me just touch on the meditation, you guys. I had literally – everything you're hearing me say – I've literally just been doing this for very intently and diligently for about 2 years now. So it's not like I've been doing this all my life. Okay, so when you meditate, and this is, again, I'm a little bit of a novice at this. When you meditate, the best way I can describe it, it's you take your brain to the spa. It's like literally you take your brain to the spa. After you're done, it's like you just literally feel like renewed. Okay, so let me give you guys this. Write this down. I use, I use Headspace. It's a meditation app. Okay?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, if you're starting out, try it out. That's how I started. And I'm up to, I'll meditate for, let's say, in the morning, 20 minutes, and then throughout the day, I'll meditate, in the middle of the day for, maybe 10, and then at the end of my day, I'll meditate for 10. So it's like you just got to keep yourself, inspired, okay, because nobody else is going to inspire you. I always say that, for me, and I'm a thinker. I'm always, thinking for myself in terms of, what keeps me inspired? What just, fills my heart with joy? So, you know what? It's surrounding myself truly by people that have the same energy that I do, the mental mindset, people that are just really forward-thinking, and they want to make a difference. Okay, so it's the perfect time of the year, you guys. It's the perfect time of the year to flush out the people that, aren't bringing value into your life, okay, that don't bring value into your life. It doesn't mean that you love them any less, you guys. It just means that you're cleaning up your environment to bring people that are going to move you to the next level, whatever your next level is. Right?
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. And it's funny you say that because I call it controlling my environment. Absolutely. Because you got to, and like you said, even like family members, I don't eliminate them. I just limit my exposure because I know what to expect. So, yeah. And I love it, too, because you are, to some extent, you are your environment, the people you choose to spend time with, and so forth, and, rent space in your head. So it's critically important. Awesome stuff. Now, we got 5 minutes left. So before that we finish, Martha, what I'd like you to do is, it's 2019. You're going to close, 50 transactions this year. I want to hear your top 3. So for you, top 3 things you need to focus on this year in order to close 50 deals.
Top 3 is taking time off. Okay, taking time off. You guys, at the end of the day, our clients pay us to be well-rested and have clarity in our mind, and I need to take more time off. The other one is, you know what? They always say money is in the follow-up. right?
Yeah.
Money is in the follow-up. So I have to increase my level of touches with all of these people, until they tell me to get lost, okay, until they send the cops to my front door and tell me not to call them anymore, okay, I still have to continue following up. And you know what?
Well,
the
Martha,
other one
just to interject for a second. Sorry, the actual saying goes, the fortune is in the follow-up, and it's so true. And like with my coaching, with the people in my coaching program with the company, I call it, okay, when you're doing lead follow-up properly, it feels like semi-stalker lead follow-up. And that's kind of what you just described.
No, absolutely. When I look at Mojo and I'm like, crap, I call these people that many times, right? So then, you know what? The last one, it's just to be more intentional, right? To have more clarity and be way more intentional in what I'm doing, right? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where you spend your time at. What was it that, dollar productive activity that you actually executed for the day? So it's, being more intentional as well.
I love it. So, okay, so schedule time off, just like time in. Okay, get crazy semi-stalker about your lead follow-up, because if you got information from somebody, and it's really funny because even NAR says the average is, 7 contacts before someone signs a contract, and most people give up after 2 or 3 if they're even doing it. Okay, so I totally agree with that one. Okay, and then what was your last one again, one more time?
My last one is being more intentional.
Intentional, there we go. Thank you. Yeah, and I'm going to tell you something. From what I just listened to, you sound pretty intentional to me. So key is following through. Okay, awesome. All right, so I just wanted to say one more thing, Martha, before we finish. Is there anything else that you'd like to mention on this call? Because you said a lot of tremendous nuggets. Is there anything else you'd like to mention?
Well, I'll mention two. One of them is just get out of your way. Okay, get out of your way. Don't be that agent that constantly is getting ready to get ready to get ready, right? Don't be that agent. I ran into somebody out, I don't know, I was hiding out for lunch, which I thought, I never got to lunch. I bring lunch in, right? So this person said, you know what? I haven't been doing anything. But when I need inspiration or motivation, when I need motivation, I'm going to go to you. No, I don't want to motivate anybody, you guys. I absolutely don't want to motivate anybody. Let me tell you what I do want to do. And this is something, again, I'm a thinker, so I came up with this because it resonated with me. I'd rather be inspired than motivated, because inspiration moves you to action, and motivation is like a shot of caffeine. It will quickly wear off. So,
yep. It's like entertainment, right? Like motivation is like entertainment. It's nice to watch. But when you're inspired, and I think what you're saying is you need to know what your why is. You need to know, why do I want to get up at 4 o'clock and work out? And you gave a lot of good reasons why you want to. Why I know why I want to. I call it part of my retirement program. All right. I want to be, I just turned 54. I want to be in great shape when I decide to take more time off and so forth, and have, money to go around the world, do whatever I want to do. I want to be in great shape when I do that, so I can spend more time with my kids. So you got to know why you're doing. I mean, let's face it. Everything we're doing, the contacts you're making, the conversations you're having, it's all a means to an end. It's not the money you're looking for. It's the choices, the freedom that go along with it. So it's important to know what gets you going and get you rocking. Awesome. Well, I'm just going to say, Martha, for everybody on here, definitely myself, Mark Stark, myself, Gordon Miles, this has been a tremendous, unbelievable, rocking interview. It'll be obviously available on Podbean, folks. I'm actually on iTunes now and all that good stuff too. But if you start with Podbean, I think that's the place to go. Podbean. It's a free app in your phone. Martha, thank you. You rock. That was completely awesome. And look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me here. You guys just do it. Get out of your way, and you guys are going to kick ass. Have a great 2019.
You're the best, Martha. Thank you.
Woo! Thank you, my friend. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.